Yes, fish fans, welcome to another instalment of Your Questions Answered. Don't forget, if you've got some questions that you would like to ask us, then just drop them in the comments below and we'll try and feature it in the next episode.
Question
1.
So question 1 is, what is my favourite winter rig? Well, I don't really have a favourite winter rig. I tend to use the rig that fits the situation that I'm fishing. So if you've been watching the cold water carping series that we've released, you'll see that the last episode we were fishing on a lake that had got quite low level weed and debris. So we fished chod rigs that were tipped with maggots. Whereas here we're at Norton Disney, I'm fishing solid bags. So basically I'd say fish the rig that fits the situation.
Question
2.
So question 2 is, how many wraps do I wrap my spod rod in comparison to my fishing rods when I'm fishing on a spot out in the lake? Well, if I find my spot with my spod rod and I come out of the water, wrap it up and it hits 12 wraps, I then wrap my fishing rods to 12 wraps because I know when I cast out that lead will fall through the water and land in exactly the same spot. But what I also do is I remove 1 foot off my spod rod for every 4 foot of water, and what this allows for is the little bit of swing back that you will get from the lead as it comes back round and hits the bottom. So what you're doing is you're removing that little bit, 1 foot for every 4 foot, which means that the bait that you're dropping out your spod is falling straight down onto your rigs. I know this works because many times, especially when fishing over sweet corn, I've retrieved my rigs and I've picked up a piece on the hook.
Question
3.
Question 3 is, will Trakker ever make a social cap for the Tempest 200? Well, at the moment there's no plans to, but obviously if enough people ask for something, then we will start looking at it. The thing with the Tempest 200 is it's so big that you can easily sleep 2 people in it, potentially 3, so the need for a social cap probably isn't needed.
Question
4.
Question 4 is, where would I start on a lake if I haven't seen any signs of fish? Well, the first thing I would do when fishing a lake is I would always research it as much as possible. So I'd keep an eye on, say, Facebook pages, Instagram pages, local knowledge, chat to the local people, find out where fish may have been caught, because that can be a great indication of where the fish may be. Alternatively, keep an eye on the winds. A northerly wind tends to be cold and the fish tend to be on the back of it, whereas a southwesterly wind tends to be warm, which means that the fish tend to follow it. Another thing to check out is where the sun rises. So if the sun rises on the right hand side of the lake, the left hand side of the lake is going to see the sun first and feel its heat. So the fish might know to go over there to sit in some heat. The other next thing would be some snags. Is there an area with a lot of snags where the fish feel nice and secure? But other than that, it is a case of wander around, try for a little bit. If you haven't had anything, keep moving.
Question
5.
So question 5 is, what new products are coming? Now, I'm not allowed to discuss anything that we are working on, but I can assure you that we're working on some real belters. However, I can tell you that our sister company, Signet, are releasing a terminal tackle range. And when I say it's good, we've all been using it for the last 6 months and I have found no issues with it. So make sure you keep your eyes peeled because that's going to be in the shops by the end of March. So there we go, 5 more questions answered. And don't forget, if you've got a question you'd like answering, it can be product related or angling related, just drop it in the comments box below. But for now, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and keep up to date with all the awesome content coming from us guys at Team Trakker.